Hello, my incredible friend, and welcome to another episode of Soul Alchemy with Danielle Lynn. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you a few perspectives that have helped some of my clients in the business sector create a lot of movement that was very resonant for them in their business. So this is a time when many people are reorganizing and reordering their lives. And if you have felt like it's time to start a new business or start a new career or even reorganize your career, you're in very good company. This is such a time of transformative change. And so many of us are listening to, they're heeding the call. And if you're on this video, then I will boldly say you are absolutely listening to this call as well. You are here, you are listening to this information, and so this is directly for you. Now, here's a few perspectives that may help you on your journey. 1, when people ask for things like, what is my passion? Or what is it that I want to do or create in life? I can deeply, deeply understand that one. I have spent a lot of time and energy and focus in my life wanting to and trying to connect with my passion and with my purpose. And what I have often found is that if I keep my mind or my perspective too broad and I am not bringing myself in the present moment, then I am almost missing the purpose. Our passion is something that we have the ability and opportunity to embody day to day. Now, what I do suggest to people is get clear on your values. What do you value in a big picture sense? What kind of hopes and dreams do you have for yourself and for the world at large? Your values can help give you a perspective on where your passions would like to dance and play in. But your passion could be more described as the day-to-day energy with which you engage and breathe life into your world. Your passion is far more close to the heart than out there in concepts. So, if you are wanting to build something you're passionate about, then a good place to start would be clarify your values, which essentially make up, this is what I care about. This is the kind of thing that makes life interesting or worth living for me. And then clarify for yourself what kind of day-to-day activities, what kind of moment-to-moment experiences really thrill you. And what that could look like is, do you find yourself enjoying talking to people? Or do you like spending more time alone? Do you like being in nature, or do you like working and collaborating with groups of people? Do you enjoy working with your hands or on the computer? Do you like a variety? Do you enjoy travel, or are you a bit of a homebody? Now, again, you might have a variety of things that you enjoy and you feel and do, but make note of them. Because by understanding this, you're understanding a little bit of the components that make you excited to breathe into life, that allow you to have the space and the container for your passion to flow. If we were to compare passion to a fire, the values might be the fuel, and the day-to-day way that you like to move through the world might be the way that the wood is stacked. When you're building a fire, you need to stack the wood in a certain way so the oxygen goes in. And the fuel itself can be what helps the fire burn through, even if maybe the wood is a little bit wet every now and then. There you go. So, these are a few concepts I'd like to really invite you to contemplate when you are talking about, I want to build something passionate that I care about. Remember, it doesn't always have to be audacious. It doesn't have to always be huge. Some people even talk to me about, well, I want to build this huge business and I want to do this. And you would be surprised about how many people don't actually want to build a huge business. They maybe think they do because it seems like it's the way to go. A lot of people just want to build a business that they enjoy doing, that flourishes and helps sustain their lifestyle. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing to create. That's something that's nourishing for yourself. And when you embody a nourishing life path, you do far more resonance for the world than if you built something that was just huge and weighty and dragging you down. I like to say sometimes, live as the example. If someone was like observing your life, like a biography, if they could just like watch your life like it was a live stream, what are you inspiring them with by the way you are living? And to be clear, it doesn't mean you need to be perfect to be like, they're seeing me do this or that. But sometimes when I see parents, say, well, I'm doing this for my kids, it's not the end product of what you're doing that is the biggest indicator of what you're teaching. It is how you are doing it. It is the day-to-day actions and values that you are embodying that are a far greater teacher of how you are living to anyone who is observing than simply the end results of what you produce. So some of the greatest ways that we can be teachers, passionate, incredible, inspiring teachers in this life, is to build a life on your values, on your passions, and live it with consistency in a way that if someone watched how the soup was made, so to speak, how the day-to-day was made, that you would feel, yeah, that's something I would like to teach others that are interested in. That is something I'd like to put out there in the world. Because what we do matters just as much as what is created. Maybe sometimes more. And I think the reason I'm making that bold statement, I'm sitting with that statement a moment, I'm like, do I fully believe that to that level? Here's what I will say about that. I will say that the way we do things, the energy, not just like the doing of the things, but the actual energy behind what we're doing creates a signature, a very powerful pattern and signature in the collective energetic field that whether people are aware of it or not consciously is being picked up at a subconscious level, and it is teaching and training, and it is amplifying, and it is sending out a lot of signal and information. And sometimes the collective anxiety or dis-ease that we feel is a byproduct of structures that are being resonated that are out of alignment for an individual or a group or a collective and being fed out into the whole. Now, that's not to say that we need to feel guilty or bad about doing these kinds of things. We're all in this experience together. And as you are aware of how what you are doing resonates into the collective, then just consider for yourself if what you are living, what you are being was an energetic blueprint or pattern that others could follow and resonate with, and it was being put out into the world, by and large, do you feel really good about that? Is this representing who your values are, who you say you are, who you most want to live and be in the world? And if not, okay, then just ask yourself what step you can take today to live that. Just a single step even. Taking even a single step every day towards that. This is what I've done. This is what many people have done. And we're always given opportunities to reinvent ourselves and to reshape ourselves and reforge ourselves. And in doing our part to help reshape and reforge this world. There's a lot of external things that people look at and they say, well, this is a problem and that's a problem. But all these external systems have started with a seed of an individual, and then a seed of many individuals coming together, and a seed of many individuals either coming together and saying yes to something or not speaking up and saying no. When we want to change something, it always starts from here. Because when we start creating boundaries and saying authentic yeses and authentic nos, those start acting as rhythms and patterns that are placed out there into the world. And then we start collectively creating those patterns. And this is where you start seeing real shifts happen. And so, with that perspective, with that thought, if this is giving you some help, some perspective, some insight, I would love to hear in the comments anything you feel like sharing. Or please feel free to subscribe, to like. This helps the video reach more people that it might be resonant for. And if you would like to connect with me, if you would like to see the ways that we might facilitate shift together, I have a few offerings on my link tree in the description. So with that, I hope this video has helped you expand your world, support the experience you most want to create in your life, and I look forward to connecting again soon.